viewers of At the Table. We haven't done this in a long time. This is a classic gaming review on the book for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, Tome of Mercenaries. For, as I even say here, 5th edition fantasy. This book is about mercenaries. It's kind of like a monster manual of mercenary units and types. This was designed by Terran Empire Publishing. I picked this up at the Game Expo in December, and I finally am getting around to reviewing it. Sorry it's taken so long, but holidays, illness, and work have taken a lot of my time as of late. So I get the stuff as I can, and I forgot it was there too. So sorry about that. The design is by Robert Buckley. It was developed by Terran Empire Publishing. And the opening is this here is the open license of what is you can and cannot do with Dungeons and Dragons nowadays with their open license. Then we go to the table of content. And here is the first basically act of the book, the introduction, which tells us how to use the book, the types of brigades, the governments, what the symbols stand for, all that stuff. The next chapter 1 is the major players. And these are the mercenary units. And as you can see, there are different type of mercenary units in this book, so you don't have to go through and write up your own mercenary units. You can use one directly out of this book, or basically or basically just kind of co-op one into what you want it to be. So there's different types, what their equipment are, what they do, what they have, what type of mercenaries and armor and accessories that go with it. So you don't have to slow down your game just to get stuff, but it's designed for their role-playing system, but you can adjust it to 5th edition, any world. And it's a very colorful book. I really like this edging they give it. So it looks like an old tomb. Let's jump ahead some. There's, like I said, there's a little bit for everybody. And these are extra assorted things you can add to the armies if you needed. They have the flag banners in here. They have different armies of type of things like troll skirmishers, marauders, as well as humans. So you can mix and match should you choose. Let's jump a little bit there, a little bit ahead. And the mercenary equipment and armor that you would put on your mercenary units. These are the charts for each one. It goes poor, average, above average, superb. So then you know how much money your units have. The only thing I was disappointed in is that as you go through each unit, there's names for the commanding unit officers and stuff, but there's no stats for them, and I was kind of sad about that. You have some villains. You can incorporate into mercenary units to create a color to your world. But yeah, this is one of those things that it's kind of like you either like it or you hate it. There's no real in between, because this is one of those books that's going to end up either on top of your box as regular play use or in the bottom of the box and have kind of forgotten. So it has, excuse me, it has its pros and cons basically. There are a lot of people that play huge mercenary style games where they have mercenary units running all over the place, and there's other ones where you only need them once in a great while. And this gives you everything you need so you can have everything on hand like a buffet. So, like I said, you're either going to like this book or hate this book. There's really no in between, because this doesn't substitute out for a monster manual or a player's handbook or a dungeon master's guide, which give you more um, exposition driven stuff. This is just basically stats and baseline information of how these mercenary units would work. Um, it's functions almost like a Warhammer unit book, but like I said, it's one of those things that how would you put it? How do I end this video? Would I use this in my own D&D books? No, because I tend to stay in the dungeons and as far away as possible from huge epic battles, because the few times I have tried, my players wander off, and like lemurs, they end up getting killed by units, and then they get mad that they don't know why they died because of their stupidity. But until next time, this is not the sounding board. This is At the Table for Classic Gaming Review. Signing off.